Up first on the show with me today, we're going to speak to Dom Husam himself to bring him on to have his say and talk to us about the troubles at Liverpool. I can't wait to hear him speak because I know I've seen a lot of kickoffs on the TL with him today. But Sam's here. What you saying, my friend?
Hi, Terry. Hi, Jess as well.
Sorry, that fake happiness. Hi, Terry. How you doing? How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah. How are you? I know you went through something. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I was. I'm good now. Thank you for asking, Jess. Took a whole lot of medicines and stuff, but the sickness on the pitch today was worse than what I had for the last 4 days. So I think that's first of all, I just want to say, Liverpool are finished. You get me? Liverpool, as we know it, are finished. Same stuff that I've said, before the season started. Terry did point out I did get roasted by my own fan base every time. It's just the same thing, until it happens, and then they're in my DMs apologizing. Oh, maybe you were right, Husam. Maybe you can kiss my ass. So look, today the same thing happened. First of all, number one, I'm gonna start looking at Jurgen Klopp. That's the main thing here, because he is the guy who selected Jordan Henderson to start today. Jordan Henderson just came back from injury. First goal, literally failed to control the ball outside the penalty box. Personally, I'm not Klopp out, but I've heard people who are Klopp out, and for the first time ever, I'm not angry at them because I hear where they're coming from. Now, I'm not going to go as far into detail into that whole Klopp out situation, but let's push that to the side. Today, team selection substitutions. When I came on post Everton, I told Terry Klopp won us the game and then he lost us the game. Today, the same exact mistake he did against Everton, he did again today. We were 3-2 up. You bring on James Milner to play left back. James Milner can barely play his original position. He can't even play midfielder. He brought him on again right back against Everton. He got roasted against Everton right back. Today, it's almost like I'm stubborn and I want to prove a point. I'm going to bring on one to play left back today. Unnecessary. And we saw the third goal there. Milner out of position. Van Dijk fails to clear it, and Brighton score. Trossard scored a hat-trick today. I don't know who said, someone in the comment section, the one that you got angry at, said Liverpool didn't even attack well. Well, I don't know what you guys are Liverpool attack. No, Liverpool didn't even attack well. Liverpool did nothing well today. Brighton deserved to win today's game. Never mind, get a draw. Brighton deserved all 3 points. I'm making something very clear. Brighton deserved all 3 points. And this is what we are, sort of like gathering from all the crap that we've done in the summer. This is what happens when you're arrogant, when you're negligent. Terry made an example of Alex Ferguson. I'm going to use him as an example again, but in a different way. Alex Ferguson had Roy Keane and Paul Scholes in midfield, and he went and bought one Sebastian Veron. That is how you win back-to-back league titles. You do not win back-to-back league titles by running it back with the same exact players over and over and expecting a different ending. It's just like you need something new. You need refreshments. We've seen Gary Neville speak about it before. He said sometimes it's not even the player himself. Sometimes the player just uplifts the people around him. New face, new energy, something new, something different. How many times have the Brighton defenders defended against Firmino? How many times have they played in midfield against Henderson? How many times have they attacked Matt? It's just the same exact stuff over and over again. And at this point in time, I'm going to start looking at the source, because if you want me to keep the same energy, today, Henderson was at fault for the first goal. Trent was at fault for the second goal. Third goal was Van Dijk and Milner. There's players who are at fault for every single thing that's happening on the pitch. When there's, by the way, players that there's consensus agreement on, like Thiago Alcantara. Everyone, not one Liverpool fan will say a negative word about Thiago Alcantara. Thiago was horrendous today. When 11 players, by the way, sorry, 10. When 10 players are not performing well, you've got to start looking at the man who puts them on the pitch. And that's just the God honest truth. Thank God. I'm going to say something, and people might say I'm exaggerating, but I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. If Alisson was not our goalkeeper, this game ends 7-2. It ends 6-2. Just like that. Thank God Alisson is our goal. Genuinely speaking, thank God he's our goalkeeper. We did not deserve a single thing from today's game, and Brighton deserved all 3 points, and Klopp is 100% to blame for today's result. That's what I'm going to say on today's game.
Mate, do you know what I think is interesting about the Klopp side of things? Like, he's almost untouchable, and I get that he's untouchable for a lot of people, because he's won the league, he's been to 3 Champions League finals. However, there just comes this point where Fergie's always an anomaly. Wenger, to a degree, is an anomaly, even though the last 4 or 5 years of his time there, he probably should have moved on a bit earlier. The amount of time they've spent at the club is abnormal. If you actually look at the period that most managers have been at clubs, Klopp's probably one of the longest serving managers in in top flight English history for the past 40, 50 years. I can't think of very many that have done 7, 8+ years at a top club. I'm not talking about managing League One, League Two, even Championship, but to be, was he been 7th years? We know he's already been there a long time. And my worry about the way Klopp manages, and this isn't a criticism, this is just the intensity that his teams play with, train with. Maybe there is a period where it can only go so far until it taps out. Then you've got the situation of your club not buying enough quality, and it isn't just maintaining the level you are at. It's also circumventing the improvements in Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea looking to spend. Like teams around you get better. You can't just focus on yourself 100%. So yeah, it's an intriguing one to see how this is going to go. But to only have 2 wins from 8 is crazy. How are you feeling about Arsenal next? Because that for you was always a guaranteed 6 points a season. Do you feel like that's going to continue, or are you a bit nervous about going to the Emirates now?
The best part about me coming on the terrace is my first part is going to get clipped, and now my second part is going to get clipped as well. So, look, first of all, I just want to say I agree with every word you just said, because, you know, even in Pep Linder's book, intensity is our identity. Training is our transfers. He said all that. FSG didn't write that book. Yeah, the Klopp's assistant wrote it. So, you know, it is what it is. Arsenal next, to be honest, look. I woke up today and I wasn't confident about beating Brighton. I actually got into argument with Lewis, who comes on the terrace as well. You know, I wasn't confident about beating Brighton. I'll be lying if I said I'm completely confident. However, I just think we're just Arsenal's bogey team. It is nothing personal. Every team has a bogey team, you know. It's nothing against Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal are playing fantastically well, but we are Arsenal's bogey team. So yeah, I probably would expect us to win next week, but you know, if it doesn't happen and Arsenal break the curse, then they break the curse. But I am expecting a win still.
You know what I like about this is that he's breaking down just a little bit, because before it was, oh, it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Now it's a little bit of a softer stance. Like, well, you know,
I've broken down fully, Jess.
Just broken down a little bit.
I've broken down fully, Jess. I've had enough. I swear I cannot do it. I missed the international break. You know what's the funny part? In the international break, Jordan qualified for the Asian Cup. We won 2 games in a row, and I was playing 2K. I was so happy. I didn't have to watch this back. But now we're back, and I'm sad again. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what
I hear you, mate. Listen, Husam, appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say, and I'm sure we'll speak again soon. It was definitely speak this week in the build-up to the big games, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bro. Take care.